What is going on, IF Warriors? So today we're going to talk about when does belly fat burning start? Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Now, this question is almost always asked. Almost always asked. People want to know, when are they going to lose their belly fat? They see a lot of fat coming off from everywhere else, but they tend not to see it coming off of their belly. And that's where they want it to come off, because that is, for some reason, the most focused part of the body when it comes to weight loss. People are fine with the body being disproportionately fat in other places, but not their stomach for some odd reason. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. When does that belly fat burning start? Well, I've talked about this to a certain degree in other videos, but let's focus on this aspect of it in this video in terms of when it actually will start for you. Normally, it's one of the last places to go. Now, understand that you cannot target belly fat. You can't target parts of your body to lose weight. So you could do 100 million sit-ups, you could do 100 million planks to strengthen your core, and all you will be doing is building the muscle below the body fat. The muscle will not melt off the body fat if you're building that muscle below the subcutaneous fat, the fat that you can hold on to. Now, there are things that you can do to reduce your belly fat via the visceral fat, as that does push out your belly. And visceral fat is the fat that is inside your body around your organs. And because most of your organs lay somewhere around the belly region, when it's around all of those different pieces of your organs, it pushes your belly out from the inside, as opposed to your belly being pushed out from right below the epidermis, which is right below the skin, which is the subcutaneous fat. So subcutaneous versus visceral. With visceral fat, the way you could reduce that is by reducing certain meal items, like reducing sugar intake and stuff like that. Those things increase visceral fat. Doing exercise can burn visceral fat, considering that visceral fat is the majority of it is brown adipose tissue, which is ready to be burned, is active tissue, is active fat tissue that's ready to be burned, while the majority of subcutaneous fat, which is right under the skin, is white adipose tissue, and that is not ready to be burned. Although there are situations where white adipose browning takes place, where the white tissue turns into the brown tissue. There's different ways that can happen. For the most part, your body or your belly fat carries white adipose tissue. But on top of that, on top of white adipose tissue, each individual fat cell, which is the adipocytes, have specific characteristics. Some of them are beta fat cells and some of them are alpha fat cells. The beta fat cells are much more difficult or much more stubborn to release fatty acids. If you didn't know, when you're burning fat or when you're losing weight, the way it works is if you are at a energy need, your body looks towards your fat cells, your adipocytes, and asks the adipocytes, all of them individually, to release fatty acids and send it through the bloodstream to the part of your body that requires energy, be it your heart, your brain, your muscles, things of that nature. So it does that. And usually when it's asking all of these fat cells to do it, the alpha fat cell is much more inclined to go ahead, not think twice about it, and give you the fatty acids that you need to burn for the energy consumption. But the beta fat cells, they are super stubborn. Now, the body consists of so many different alpha and beta fat cells all over, not just the belly region. So, for example, you have beta cells in your face and alpha cells in your face, but usually you have more alpha cells in your face, alpha fat cells, than beta fat cells. But you have way more beta fat cells in your stomach region than alpha fat cells. So the way you make beta fat cells finally release is with consistency. When there is no more fat cells, or there are very limited fat cells to pull from other regions, from other alpha fat cell regions, your body has no choice but to start tapping into the beta fat cells. And the beta fat cells has no choice but to stop being stubborn and give away those fatty acids for your body to obtain that energy source. And of course, this happens when you're at an energy deficit or a calorie deficit and you're not providing that energy source. Your body has stored it for this purpose. Since you can't provide it to your body can provide it to you for you. And when you get to a certain point, when you've burned so much body fat, then your body has no choice but to allow the beta cells to actually be part of your weight loss journey in a more prominent role. And that's when belly fat burning starts. So usually, belly fat burning is the first to fill up, one of the fastest to fill up in terms of when you're gaining weight, but it is also unfortunately one of the slowest to release fat, because of the fact that it is part of that. It contains so many of the beta fat cells, the beta adipocytes. So hopefully this video helps you understand this. When does it start? Normally it's already started, but it's below that just noticeable difference. But you will normally start to notice a drastic change, usually after you've lost weight almost everywhere else, face, arms, legs. Then you'll start seeing the belly fat region start to reduce. Normally, people quit before they get that belly fat region to start going down all the way. So consistency is probably the most important thing. Don't think that your body is very linear and it is just reducing belly fat continuously as you're losing weight. That's not going to happen that way. So just be mindful that you may feel that you're not successful, but in reality, your body has been losing weight all around it and a little bit on the belly. But if you've lost a good amount of weight over time, your body will be forced to also remove belly fat. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. And of course, as always, Patreons will be pinned down in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.